Ari, this is Captain Ataman, Armageddon number 3, with a cover that is both misleading. These characters, they didn't fight at all, and a cover that makes it clear that this is really more interested in Griffin and the other WildC.A.T.s characters. DC, they sent Captain Ataman off to the Wildstorm universe, but it was really just like he was a Trojan horse to squeeze more Wildstorm rubbish out there. But with all my hostility towards this Lion series, we open up with a scene that is the highlight of this whole run. Captain Ataman in a repulsive costume. He is stranded on this other universe, and now he has decided to go to the president for help. This means he has to walk into the White House, and we have a standoff with him and the army and the Secret Service. And this bit is great. We've also got the dark, cynical, miserablest Wildstorm stuff. The president, he is considered expendable, and rather than allow a superhuman to exist, they launch a warhead at the White House in the hopes that, as well as the president and everyone else there, it'll also kill Captain Ataman. Nevertheless, Captain Ataman does what he does, and he absorbs all the energy and stuff from the missile, and nobody is killed by it. And so we get to see Captain Ataman confronting the president. And as I said last issue, we have got a title page here, and look at what the book decides to fill you in on. It's the cast of WildC.A.T.s. They're the real main characters of this book, not Captain Ataman. Captain Ataman, he is just there to facilitate a chance to tell a WildC.A.T.s story. But I do like this little scene. We get to see Captain Ataman being Captain Ataman. We've got a nice little bit here, visual, with a Secret Service agent shooting at Captain Ataman with bullets from his gun, but they bounce off Captain Ataman and hit the guy who was firing them. And Captain Ataman, he learns how pessimistic and shitty the Wildstorm universe is, and how the president, he has no power, and how superhumans, they're like the rulers of Earth, and this president, he's just like a puppet and a figurehead. So Captain Ataman realises that the president can't help him out at all. And here is the WildC.A.T.s again, and their plot. And rather than me complaining some more about it being irrelevant and the thing that the writer is really interested in, let's just skip all the pages with Griffin and the WildC.A.T.s. So after his meeting with the president, Captain Ataman bumps into Maestro again. Maestro, now he has run some tests, and he knows that Captain Ataman is like a living bomb that could explode at any moment and kill everyone. And Captain Ataman, he has just found out how like Maestro has bullied the human race, and he's effectively like a dictator on Earth. So they fight, and this fight, it is much better than the fight in the first issue. We actually get to see them properly interact and hit each other, and it is much longer, and there's some actual stakes. Like Maestro, he throws Captain Ataman into the Clinton Monument, and it breaks in half, and stuff like that. It really sells how big this fight is, or how big this fight is meant to be. Another WildC.A.T.s page here, but we do have an advert for Maestro's comic, and it is written by Dan Andy. Is this any good? Has anyone read it? Or is it just the same old cynical anti-superhero shite that I expect it to be? So then Captain Ataman and Maestro, they decide to talk, and you know I love it when superheroes talk things through. Maestro, he explains to Captain Ataman how he is like a ticking time bomb, and he needs to be stopped or killed, or everyone on the planet will die in an explosion. And we have got another decent Captain Ataman bit. Captain Ataman, he doesn't trust Maestro, but he decides to run some tests himself to see if there's any truth to what Maestro is saying. So he goes to the Pentagon, and this soldier there is terrified of him, but Captain Ataman treats him with respect and asks him his name. Captain Ataman, he comes to the same conclusions as Maestro, that he is building up too much energy and he is going to go nuclear and explode. And then we end with the WildC.A.T.s. They finally cross paths with Captain Ataman, so now the real stars of the book can feel less tangential and blatantly the writer's main focus. As I said though, they didn't fight, did they? It would have been nice to see this creative team just do a Captain Ataman series. They can write good bits with the character. There is at least 3 pieces in this that show promising use of Captain Ataman. And at least unlike the other issues, Captain Ataman, he definitely does stuff in this one. This is hands down the best issue of the series because it is the one that at times feels the most like it actually could be a Captain Ataman comic. There's still like half of a comic about WildC.A.T.s and those bits really didn't captivate us at all. I will be fair, this comic, it has its moments, so I will rate it a 7 thumbs up.